Hello guys, today I want to discuss an interview in a company called AWL India Private Limited, and that the location of that company is the Gurgaon, and interview date is the May 8, 2025, 8th May 2025. So they asked me what is the facade in Laravel. So in Laravel, a facade is a design pattern that provide a static interface to classes that are available in the Laravel service container. In simple terms, facades let you call Laravel services or classes like static method, while internally they resolve objects from the service container. Example, use eliminate support facade cache. This is a facade called cache double colon put key value 600. Behind the scene, Laravel resolve the cache service from the container and call the put method on that instance. Key points: facade are not only static, they use PHP magic like double underscore call static to route static calls to the service container. They help write cleaner and shorter code. All Laravel facades are defined, eliminate support facade. Common Laravel facade and service: DB database, cache caching, log logging, route routing, storage file system, auth authentication, view rendering, session handling. Summary: facades in Laravel let you write simple code like this: cache double colon put, log double colon info, db double colon table, instead of creating full object or using dependency injection. Question second: service provider. So in Laravel, service providers are the central place where you bind classes, interface, and functionality to the Laravel service container. They are the core mechanism of bootstrapping your application and making it ready for use. So common use cases for service provider: binding classes or interfaces to the container, useful for dependency injection. Configuration loading, registering configuration files into the application. Event listener, registering events and their listeners. Middlewares, registering custom middleware. Routing, registering routes in the boot method. Publishing assets, making assets like the configuration files, views, etc. publishable. A service provider class has two main methods: register, used to bind services into the Laravel service container. You typically register binding or configuration here. Boot, used to perform tasks that are needed for all services have been registered. You typically use this method for tasks like registering routes, registering event listeners, configuring settings, or running setup tasks. Summary of service provider: register, bind services to container. Boot, executes task when the application boots. Used to manage dependency and configure services. Essential for the extending Laravel's core functionality. Service container versus service provider. Service container, a tool to store and resolve class object. A service provider, a class that registers things into the container. Service container, previous instances of classes when needed. Service provider tells Laravel what to register at startup. Service container, dependency injection, app class. Service provider, register binding events, routes, config, etc. Service container, at runtime when your code needs a class. Service provider, during app startup bootstrapping. Service container, app make my class. Service provider, my service provider register method. Example flow: service provider binds something to the container. Public function register, this app bind my helper function, return new my helper. Second, service container gives it to you when needed. Helper, app my helper, Laravel gives you the my helper object. Service provider, register and set up the services. Service container, deliver the service when asked. Question 4, last second record. So how last second records you have to create a query where it return the last second salary. So the query is select distinct salary from employees, order by salary, disk limit 1, offset 1. What if there are multiple same values in the second highest salary? Then select star from employees where salary equal to, then subquery select distinct salary from employees, order by salary, disk limit 1, offset 1. They asked me the Jira workflow. So a Jira workflow is the step-by-step process that a task or issue follows from start to finish. It shows how work moves through different stages. So common workflow example: to do, work not started yet. In progress, work is being done. In review, someone is checking the work done. Work is completed. Each workflow has part: status, transition, and condition validator. So status, current state of the task, to do in progress. Transition, action to move from one status to another, start, submit, approve. Condition, optional rule, only a manager can approve. Why is it useful? Take progress clearly, assign responsibility, helps in managing project better. Example in real life. Imagine a software bug. To do, developer fix it. In progress, fixing the bug. In review, QA checks the fix. Done, bug is fixed and approved. Stored procedures. So they asked me. So a stored procedures is a prepared SQL code that you can save. So the code can be reused over and over again. So if you have an SQL query that you write over and over again, save it as a stored procedure and then just call it to execute it. Okay. So let us suppose you have created a create procedure, get all employees, begin, select star from employees, and delimiter, call the stored procedure, colon, call get all employees. You can call a stored procedure in MySQL using the call statement. If they ask you how do you call the stored procedure, so you can directly say that the call statement using call statement. So basic syntax: call, procedure name, parameter 1, 2, etc. They asked me joins in SQL. So SQL joins are used to combine rows from two or more tables based on a related column between them. Okay. Inner join. So return only the row where there is a match in both the tables. Left join returns all the rows from the left table and matched row from the right table. If there is no match, null values are returned for the column from the right table. Right join returns all rows from the right table and matched row from the left table. If there is no match, null values are returned for columns from the left table. Full join returns all rows from the both tables. If there is no match, null values are returned for the column from the table that doesn't have a match. Default join. If you are simply use the keyword join without specific a type, SQL assume it as an inner join. So default join is inner join. So why should you use a full outer join? Answer. And full outer join is a method of combining tables so that the result includes unmatched row of the both tables. If you are joining two tables and want the result set to the include unmatched from the both table, use a full outer join clause. PHP 7 and PHP 8 differences. Speed. PHP 7 fast, PHP 8 even faster because of the JIT engine. Name argument. In PHP 7 no, in PHP 8 yes. Match expressions. In PHP 7 no, PHP 8 yes. Null safe operator. PHP 7 no, PHP 8 yes. Attribute annotation. PHP 7 no, PHP 8 yes. Union types. PHP 7 string, PHP 8 no. Constructor promotion. PHP 7 no, PHP 8 yes. str contains etc. PHP 7 no, PHP 8 yes. JIT compiler. PHP 7 no, PHP 8 yes. Old functions. PHP 7 still available, PHP 8 some removed or changed. So JIT stands for the just-in-time compiler. Instead of running PHP code line by line like usual, JIT compiles part of the code into machine-level instructions just before they are needed, making it run faster, especially for a complex or repeated task. So here is a cleaner view showing the timing comparison between PHP 7 and PHP 8. Let us suppose you have created a program for the prime number, okay, and then you are using the micro time for that. How can you use the micro time? End minus start, okay. So timing, you can see the timing, PHP version and time taken. PHP 7.4 approximately 1.8 seconds. PHP 8 no JIT approximately 1.7 seconds. PHP 8 with JIT approximately 1.1 seconds. So conclusion is JIT can improve performance, especially for CPU heavy loop or calculation. So not a big boost for typical website tasks like rendering HTML, but great for the data processing. So how can you enable the JIT? Find your php.ini file, opcache.enable equal to 1, opcache.enable CLI equal to 1, opcache.git buffer size equal to 100 M, and opcache git equal to 1255. So new feature in PHP 8, top new feature in PHP 8. So JIT boost performance, especially for the heavy computation. Union type allows multiple types in the parameter returns. Named argument, pass arguments by name, not just by order. Match expression, description, a better alternative to switch, safer and more concise. Null safe operator, avoid just error when chaining calls. Attributes, add metadata to classes function using attribute. Construction property promotion, declare and assign class properties directly in the constructor. New string function, str contains, str start with, str ends with. Static returns type, function can now return static types. Weak maps, better memory management for object in cache, improve error handling, more consistent and helpful error message. Protected method, and how do you call it in another classes? A protected method in PHP can only be accessed inside the same class or from a child class. Class A protected function greet and return hello from A. You cannot call greet from outside the class like object equal to new A, echo object greet. How to use it in another class? You can extend inherit the class and then call the method. Example using inheritance. Class A protected function greet, return hello from A. Class B extends a public function show greeting, return this greet allowed here. So object equal to new object, echo object show greeting, output hello from A. So summary, access modifier and when it's accessible. Public, everywhere. Protected, same class plus child classes. Private, only in the same classes. Let's see how to call a protected method without inheritance using the PHP reflection for advanced use case like testing or debugging. So use reflections to call a protected method. Example, class A protected function greet return hello from A. Object equal to new A. Reflection setup, reflection equal to new reflection class A double colon class. Method equal to dollar reflection get method greet. Dollar method set accessible true, make it accessible. So echo method invoke object output hello from A. Important notes. This breaks encapsulation, so use it only when necessary in a unit testing. It's not recommended in a normal app logic. When should you use it? For testing protected private methods. for debugging or meta programming when you can't modify the original class. Question number 10, they ask me, have you ever used interface in project? So another question they ask me, why do we need interface? Okay, so I said define a clear contract. Interface specify what method a class must implement, ensuring consistent behavior across the different implementations. Enable loose coupling. Code depends on abstractions, that is interfaces, rather than the concrete classes, making the system more flexible and easier to maintain or extend. Support multiple implementations. Different classes can implement the same interface in their own way, allowing easy swapping without changing client code. Improve testability. Interfaces make it easier to create mock object during unit testing, facilitating better test covers and isolate tests. Enhance code organization and readability. The clarity, design, intention, and help teams follow consistent coding standard. Example to explain why interfaces are useful. Imagine you have a notification system. Instead of writing your code directly for mail notification, you define an interface. So interface notifier public function thread, then create multiple classes implementing it. Class email notifier implements notifier, public function send message, then class SMS notifier implements notifier, public function send message. Your main code depends on the notifier interface, not on the specific classes. Function notify, user notifier, dollar notifier, MSG. So notifier send MSG. This way you can swap email with SMS or add new notifier easily without changing the notify user. Why is this important? Makes code flexible and extendable, easy to maintain and test, promote clean architecture and solid principles. So, so the this is the interview of the AWL India Private Limited Gurgaon, and the interview date was the May 8th 2025. I will share more interview question. Till then, bye.